want to talk about my biggest problem with the Apple VR headset. Because you already know I'm going to buy it. Okay, I've always said that last video, and that's pretty clear, right? On this channel, we make some interesting investments when it comes to, VR technology. I love VR headsets. I own right now the Oculus Pro that I spent 1,000 on, not 1,500 on, thankfully. I own the Quest 2, the Quest 1, the Quest Go, not the Quest Go, but Oculus Go. I've owned them all. The Rift S, you name it, I've owned it. But I said in my last video that the only problem, there's only one problem that could be with this device. Because it's $34.99, okay? This is definitely up there on price tag wise. And the fact that, there's no controllers, you use your hands, whatever. Yeah, that's cool, that's cool. The battery life. The battery life is 2 hours. $34.99. And you couldn't put a bigger battery in there. And by the way, in case you guys did not see the video, the battery does not connect to your headset. You know how like the Oculus Pro, the battery's in the headset. Every other VR headset, the battery's in the headset. Or if you have an Oculus Go or a Quest 2 or Pro, you can actually get like a battery pack that goes on the side. Yeah, that's not the case for the brand new Vision Pro. Instead, it's a cord that goes down your back all the way to like a little battery pack that's big that goes in, you can put in your pocket or wherever you're sitting. It's a battery pack. So it's a long cord that goes into a battery pack. And that battery pack is 2 hours. So if you're trying to enjoy a movie, let's say, or you're playing a game, an intensive game, or let's say, I don't know, you do what Apple suggests you do with the Vision Pro, which is use it as an AR headset, so that you can actually, get work done. 2 hours. 2 hours you have with it before it's dead. Now, I don't know if you can charge it and still use at the same time. They didn't really tell us that part, but that's ridiculous. You can barely watch a movie on this thing before it's dead. Now, don't get me wrong. Listen. The Oculus Pro, the Oculus Quest 2, I think the battery life, I believe, I've been getting like 6-7 hours out of those devices. I think it's supposed to be like 4 or 5. I've been getting 6-7 hours. I have no problem with that. I put a battery pack on my Quest Pro, and I'm big chilling, right? It's easy. Simple. Again, there might be a way to put a, quote-unquote battery pack on this. Maybe there is. At this moment in time, though, we don't know if there's going to be. So, to spend $34.99 when it first comes out, and there's probably not going to be a battery pack ready when it first comes out, that's so much money for no reason now. For 2 hours. Listen, I knew Apple was going to be crazy when they launched this bad boy, right? I knew when they launched this bad boy, there was going to be some nonsense that we were just going to have to overlook because it's Apple. That's pretty much the, in all intents and purposes, how any Apple device goes. You overlook some of it because it's Apple. 2 hours, though. Now, I will say another thing that's really weird is just a little key tip here. So you see her face, right? You're looking at her face, you're like, yeah, I'm looking at her face, that's her eyes. So that's not actually her eyes. That's another thing that's really messing with me. Just a little key tip. That's not actually her eyes. So how this VR headset works is there's a screen inside and a screen on the outside. So if you're like, for example, watching media, YouTube, movie, whatever, on the outside, you're going to see you're going to see like a screen of different things going on. Like maybe like colors going back and forth. That means the person is in VR world. Once they go to AR world where they can see you, then you see their eyes. But their eyes aren't actually their eyes. I know it's weird. They're looking at a screen, and then another screen is replicating what their eyes look like on that one screen. Looking at the one screen. So this is not actually her eyes. This is literally a VR representation of her eyes. And then also, apparently, when it comes to FaceTiming, it's also weird because when you FaceTime, like, for example, I FaceTime on my phone right here, right? Just like this, right? When you FaceTime with this, because there's no actual way to, like, a camera looking at you, they make a 3D avatar of you, and that's what the other person sees. Again, there's so much I'm going to have to look at when I get this device. When I pre-order this device and I pick it up and have it in my hands. Tell me down below if I'm crazy. I just think there's so much red flags, but I'm trying to overlook all of them because it's Apple. I'm trying, though. I'm very much trying. Peace out.